Hi, this is Brett from Nuggets Dungeon Terrain and the author of Hunter-Gatherer. This is a dungeon crawler style game set in a post-apocalyptic, zombie-infested world. It is a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players. Hunter-Gatherer is a miniature and terrain agnostic game. The map tiles could come from any of the games in your collection. In playtesting, we tried, successfully, all of the map sets you see represented here. If you don't already have some map tiles and you don't like making your own, you could always draw some or print some out. You'll need to source your own minis too. Here I have a couple of booster packs from Zombicide. It's not even the base game. Plus a whole bunch of dice and some different tokens, especially for keeping track of your health. I also created some barricade markers. Something like poker chips to keep a track of your experience points. There are 16 different character types you can play. While there is a campaign sheet, there are also printable cards to have on the table, up close to the action to keep a track of your activation dice and health. If you choose to print out these cards, you might also like to have them laminated, as I've done here. The added advantage is that you can use a dry erase marker to make extra notes as your character develops. I made all the terrain you can see in the videos and in the rulebook. You can see how I made it by going to Nuggets Dungeon Terrain on YouTube. There are also plenty of other crafters on YouTube who can give you other ideas. You will need 6 tokens or 6 six-sided dice. You'll need the numbers 1 to 6 to mark out the different map tile locations. There are 8 map cards to print out. They fit conveniently in a card sleeve. Here you can see that I used the back of a cheap playing card just to give it a little bit of extra weight. The game doesn't come with printable card backs, so I recommend these card sleeves that have an opaque back. There are 3 standard room sections. There's also 2 ambush rooms. An ambush room has a standard entry and exit, but also has somewhere inside it, like a culvert or a drain, that zombies can suddenly appear from. There's 1 T-junction card. This splits the deck into 2. There's a cache room, which has a guaranteed chance to get some gear, and then there's an objective room. Most of the missions require you to find the objective room. The objective room has multiple entry and exit points. Hunter-Gatherer is a dice chucking game. You're going to need a lot of dice. In particular, you'll need a lot of 6-sided dice. Here I have dice that correspond with the colours of the characters that I'm using. Each character has 4 activation dice that are rolled at the start of the turn. When I first prepare the map cards, I need to set aside the objective room. I place 3 map cards with the objective room card, shuffle them and place them in the bottom half of the deck. Then the other 4 shuffled cards are placed on top. This means you need to explore at least 4 rooms before you ever come across the objective room, but it's still a little bit random. There will always be an entry-exit point behind you. This will be number 6. And there will always be one directly in front of you. This will be number 5. And if you come across a T-junction, number 4. These numbers are used to determine a random direction from which the enemy are deployed. Thanks for watching. Be sure to catch the gameplay video as well.